Good morning, children. Welcome back to your English class. Today we are going to learn a new topic, a new poetry, page 121. This is a poem called What If by Shel Silverstein. So I'm going to read the introduction to you. Are there times when your mind fills with fear? Have you ever thought, what if something dangerous happens to me or the people around me? What if the world stops revolving around the sun? What if the sun does not rise in the morning? Here is a poem which talks about some more such what ifs. So we need to know the meaning of what if. Okay, what if means what could happen. Okay, what could happen. We can say, so the poet calls what could happen to him or the people around him as what ifs. All right. And the poet is Shel Silverstein. Shel Silverstein. Okay. What If is an interesting poem because it reveals the working of young minds. Okay. Children don't usually understand the logic of cause and effect, the possible and the impossible. So you can't argue with them because there is no such thing as reasoning for them, right? So children, young minds entertain silly fears and funny events. So it is only natural and common that sometimes our mind fills with unreasonable or nonsensical fears, and this poem talks about those things, okay, those unreasonable fears, okay. So in this poem, Shel Silverstein recalls how the previous night he lay in bed and his mind ran riot. He thought of some dangerous and some nonsensical happenings. He calls them what ifs, okay? Supposing he loses his power of speech in school, what consequences will it have? Or if the school bans swimming in the pool, or somebody beats him up or puts poison into his cup. Supposing he starts crying or falls ill and dies or fails in the test or has green hair growing on his chest. Supposing people start hating him or a lightning falls and hits him, or he starts growing taller or his head becoming smaller in size. Or again, if the fish change their nature and give up biting, or the wind tears up his kite, or a war breaks out. Supposing his parents break up and decide to part, or if the school bus arrives late, or he fails to learn to dance. Finally, when everything is all right, such silly fears and suppositions strike him again at night. So, and the poet does not know how to get rid of such worries. The poem, we can say, deals with the presentation of struggle, fear, and uncertainties. All worries and problems are out of control of human beings, right? So we cannot answer every questions and possible situations that might happen in our life. So we should focus more on our present and think, let's say, more reasonably about the future. What will happen? What could happen? So we can say that the poet teaches us about not to worry too much about things that may or may not happen, because it is useless to waste time over such thing. So we can say that what if, in the poem What If, Shel Silverstein gives a playful presentation of fears, struggles, and uncertainties that haunt him at night. Okay, so the poet is filled with anxiety about certain things that might happen to him, like us, because we also have moments like this, right? So he refers to these anxious questions as what if. So it's the poem is humorous, we can say. It's and it's very easy to understand, and I hope you liked, and I hope you can relate to the poem. So what I want you to do is that I want you to copy down the poem in your notebook. Write when you write, I want you to read as well, so that you understand the poem thoroughly. And I'll give you notes on this poem on Thursday. Alright? Thank you, children. Have a nice day.